What's up, peeps? Welcome back to Smoke Asylum. Video 2, round 2. Hope you guys enjoyed the first video. If you're back, thanks for coming back. If you're new, thanks for being new. Today, we're going to start one of my favorite things. Start, because it takes a little bit to get to the end product. But I got some vac seal bags. I'm going to need those. And got my recipe. Going to need that. Today, we got almost 10 pounds of pork belly. We're going to start the curing process to make the Smoke Asylum bacon. I don't do anything fancy. I stole Michael Simon's recipe off of the Food Network. It's pretty simple. You don't need anything fancy. Here's what we're going to do today. We're going to cut this bad boy right here into two, and we're going to do a maple brown sugar, and we're going to do a Mike's hot honey bacon. So I got everything right here, everything ready to go. You know, at my job, it's safety third, but when it comes to my food, it's safety first. So I always like to wear gloves just to make sure. First thing we're going to do, cut this bad boy open and cut it in half. I know some people like to pat it dry, but we're not gonna get that fancy with it. Cut this girl right down the middle. Then we're just gonna put it right in the bags. Got one end already sealed so that, doesn't fall on the ground. I like to fold my bag over. I find it makes it a little easier to seal it. Keeps the edge clean, especially with bacon. You're gonna get some salt. You get some salt on that edge. Doesn't want to quite seal so good. I'm gonna take this girl, drop her right in. Sometimes you gotta fold it in half to get it in there, but it fits. Flatten her out, set her aside, get to the next one. Do the same thing. All right. Done with that. Now, here's where the fun starts. You can make this however you want. You really only need a few simple ingredients. Salt, which kind of tells you where I am. We are the salt capital. I knew this, but I didn't actually know that we had our own salt company here. You should go check it out. It's got all kinds of flavored garlic. I can't even tell you the list. Chili lime. It's amazing. It's awesome. So the main thing you need, salt. I also use brown sugar. I know it's a little crusty and hard, but show me somebody that has brown sugar in their house that's nice and soft. I got a couple bowls, my measuring cup, a couple spoons to mix, a tisp, not a tibble, a tisp, and this right here, this is what I use for my nitrates instead of prog powder, instead of the curing salt, because I can't find it. But I've read and done some research, and I talked to the guy at Maisie's Meat Market, where I got my pork belly from, and he told me one tisp of salt of celery is my curing agent for every 5 pounds of meat. So this is what's gonna kill all the bacteria, do all the good stuff. Got my 2 bowls here. Now these recipes are pretty simple. It's a 1/4 cup of salt. I mean, if you go a little over, doesn't really matter. It's bacon. All right, 1/4 cup of salt, and then, like I said, we're gonna do brown sugar, and we're gonna do hot honey. I have not done hot honey before. I have done, let's see, I've done espresso. I've done just straight, uh, just straight salt and brown sugar. That's pretty good. But maple brown sugar is probably my most favorite. I gotta go get more gloves. I'll be right back. All right, we're back. Got some fresh gloves because this is where it gets. This is not my favorite part. I don't really like brown sugar. Can't stand how crunchy. But you know, I like bacon, so I do what I got to do for that bacon. You need a 1/4 cup of brown sugar. It says unpacked. No, I'm sorry. It says packed. And like I said, you can find this recipe right online. I'm not. It's not. I'm not hiding anything. There's one. And there's 2. Now this is why I have the forks kind of stir it up a little bit, mix it around. Next, we're going to go in with our tisp of salt of celery. This is what cures the bacon, gets rid of the bacteria, so that it can then stay in your fridge. I mean, a little more is okay, but you definitely don't want less. There's that. Now, here comes the fun part. 1/4 cup of maple syrup. Where did I put my, here's my cup. Here we go. You know, wouldn't happen. Wouldn't be a video if you didn't do something wrong, right? So we're gonna do 1/4 cup. Quarter cup of that. And now, 1/4 cup of Mike's hot honey. I've never done hot honey bacon. I'm not sure how this is gonna work out. Could be delicious. Could be terrible. We'll find out in 10 days. There we go. Now what you do, you just mix it all up until it gets to be like a paste consistency. I also like to add a little bit of water, like just a tiny bit. I've seen some recipes that tell you to, just because it kind of makes it a little easier to spread it around once you put it in the bag. Also helps to break up the chunks of brown sugar. But you want to make sure you get your cure nice and blended up, and then it's on to the swappy part. I think I have a little bit more than half a cup of sugar or half a cup of salt in this one. That's what it looks like I have. I think we got to put some more honey in this one. I got a little too much salt. I'm going to mix this up. I'll come back when we're all ready to throw it on the meat. All right. Got my, I don't know what you want to call it, slurry, curing, all ready to go. Simple. This big one, this is the one that I know I like. So we're going to take our pork belly and we're going to take our curing agent. We're going to dump it right in the bag. This is where it gets sloppy, people. You want to get it all in. Once it's all in there, then you gotta take your hand, go on in that bag, start rubbing it all around. Seen people do it where they rub it on the meat, then put it in the bag. I've tried that. It's a terrible mess. I just do this, get it as best in there as I can, stand it up, and then what you do is take it inside, do a soft seal on your vac sealer, throw it in the fridge. See you in 10 days. See you in 10 days. Smoke Asylum out.